Alright, guys.
Yo.
Guten Tag.
Whatever.
I
This
was
is,
trying to come up with another language for hello, okay?
This is Lego Man 415.
Game Pro.
And Bob the Exile. It's been
And
so long since I used my
I
mind
hope
or
you
think about it.
own the movie Dragon Ball Z Fusion Reborn, because that's what we're watching today. And, because of copyright, we are not going to show the movie, so we're just going to do this audio track and put it on YouTube. Alright.
On the invisible zero. 3, 2,
2,
1.
1. We start out on the ocean with the Japanese language.
The version we're watching is one on DVD that's combined with Wrath of Dragon. Another one we have considered recording our audio over. So if it's a bit different, it starts out a bit earlier or late if you're using the Blu-ray, or if maybe there's a VHS version. Regardless, if you're using a different format, it's a bit earlier or late. That would be why our audio is a bit off.
Yeah.
We're introduced to the guys here.
Look at this blue fat thing. Jeez. What was he on?
So, what do you guys' history with Dragon Ball / Z films? Preferably Z.
Wade.
I haven't seen all of them. I've only seen a few of them. But the ones I've seen, I've either really liked or really hated.
He's talking about Dragon Ball Z in general, not just the movies.
No, he said films.
Oh, okay. I don't remember the first Dragon Ball Z film that I watched. I have a feeling it was Dead Zone, but
I first started off with, since Christmas 2006, the first 3 films, which I thought, especially the latter 2, were meh. Yeah, there's definitely some pretty darn good DBZ films, but many of which range from average to just plain crap.
yeah.
Very first Dragon Ball Z movie I ever saw. Take a guess which one it is.
Fusion Reborn.
No, that's my favorite.
Oh, okay, I don't know.
Very first Dragon Ball Z movie I ever watched. Bio Broly.
Wow. To be fair, that one's alright.
I
don't
totally
hate it, but-
hated that one. I thought I couldn't. I got into it because it was Dragon Ball Z, and I was going through a really serious Dragon Ball Z phase at the time. But even I was bored by that one. I didn't see why they put so much importance on Krillin being there in the end. Why didn't they send 18? She would have been more useful than Krillin.
She was there.
Oh yeah, she was. Then why was Krillin there?
Because Krillin is a good guy and he needs to be there.
And he left his daughter, who knows where, to come.
Well,
and it feels weird to go through this opening that's not the second opening, the Japanese soundtrack. Not to diss on the dubs music, it still sounds pretty good, just clearly nowhere near as fitting.
yeah.
No te pica. No, 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 no.
I think when I said 18 wasn't there, I was getting mixed up between Bio Broly and Resurrection F.
Probably.
Krillin was there for F, but 18 wasn't. She stayed behind to watch their daughter. She would have been more useful in that battle because of the whole infinite energy thing. She wouldn't have gotten worn out. She would have been able to take out more guys.
But anywho, we're talking about Fusion Reborn. We're not spoiling Resurrection F for those who haven't seen it.
Easily one of the better DBZ films, hands down. Maybe my top 5 in the entire series.
Fusion Reborn, are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My all-time favorite would probably have to be Wrath of the Dragon, next to Battle of the Gods. Third place would probably be The Path to Power. That's definitely an underrated film.
Path to Power
Then
is more of a
again,
Dragon
so
Ball
is
film.
the Dragon Ball series in general.
Purgatory, hell. Denise,
Jury
is that my wife?
Jury
Back-
duty, jury
back
duty,
when the-
blackmail, pink slip, jury duty, jury duty.
Back when it was Home for Infinite Losers as opposed to Hell.
Yeah, home for infinite losers.
What
Hell.
were they
This is the
thinking?
uncut version too, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yes.
So there's
So if
no
you have the cut
excuse.
version, you're just screwed.
And yet the second L on the welcome sign wasn't there. Did you notice that?
Take a look at it when we're finished with this. So yeah, this is definitely something fresh. We're actually recording over a film as opposed to a random video game. We may do more of these in the future. I'm leaning towards it'll be pretty likely that we'll do some more later on. We've decided between this and like Phantom Menace or something, but I feel as if it's better if we start with like a 45-minute film, which is really short for a film, but I digress.
I after doing this, I may go home and just, commentary for Phantom Menace anyway.
Jared, wait for me. I kind of wanted to do Phantom Menace first, but yeah, let's see how this goes. Kaboom! Kaboom!
Spoilers.
Come on! Kaboom!
Also, like I mentioned, like that the music that adolescent was listening to was way too loud. He was using headphones. How friggin' loud is that music?
No
And
joke.
how is he not deaf?
No, not shit, really.
Clearly different dialogue in the Japanese version. Lots of changes.
Yeah.
Back when Funimation was clearly nowhere near as popular, they were mostly known for this and some other Toonami stuff, like Yu Yu Hakusho and such.
Even then, back then they were more famous for Dragon Ball Z, Naruto, and One Piece.
They didn't do Naruto.
That was
Oh yeah,
Viz.
it's not.
Damn it.
Yeah, that was not Naruto. Never mind.
Naruto was it Viz that did the dub for Naruto? Same people that did Bleach.
And that's why the Jumps superstars for the DS have not been localized. Different companies dubbing the shows.
Yeah. There's also
So
Battle
unfortunate.
Stadium DON for PS2 that was never localized.
There was just 3 franchises and we didn't even get that. How sad.
This guy.
It's gotten surreal.
Exploration.
And colorful.
It's Jelly Bean World.
They just referenced the passage from the Bible. Just saying, the dead will walk among the living will walk among the dead.
Well, Dragon Ball Z's Jesus hasn't come back yet, so it's not the same thing.
Then again, Beerus is basically God for the Dragon Ball Z universe.
Not quite.
But how many gods have there been in Dragon Ball? We start all the way back with Kami.
Let's start all the way back with Kame and Piccolo.
Whoa.
Yeah, that was like the. I never noticed that.
Speaking of Jesus.
But yeah, the first 2 gods in Dragon Ball were Piccolo and Kami, and then
Piccolo was
Kai.
technically the devil.
Yeah.
They referred to Piccolo as the devil in the manga.
Then King Kai. Then Supreme Kais, and now this.
You skipped over one.
God of Creation. What?
King Yama.
Oh yeah, King Yama. Then King Kai.
Yeah, before King Kai, King Yama was the closest thing there was to a god in this series.
Yeah, that's right.
Once you get Hitler.
Oh my God, Dragon Ball Hitler. And the only
Mafura.
real complaint I have about this movie is that between the dimensions, the animation changes.
Does it work? Do you think it works in the film's favor? I don't know what to think of it.
It turns kind of cutesy, but you know that's what that part's supposed to be for. It kind of does fit, I guess. But did you know that Goten was originally supposed to replace Goku?
Yeah.
I, I I don't know why people hated the idea. I mean, you have a new little Goku.
That's why he looks so much like Goku.
Exactly. But, you know, I don't know why people hated the idea.
Fidel, my all-time favorite Dragon Ball female.
Same here. My favorite character has to be Gohan. And then it goes down the list of, like, human characters.
You could say it a thing for her when I was an adolescent. Don't judge me, at least not out loud.
I had a thing for, yeah, I think the closest thing I had a thing for the Dragon Ball Z characters was either 18 or Bulma.
I like Toa from Xenoverse. The
Who?
female villain, the sister of Deborah.
Oh. We were talking about Dragon Ball Z people we had a thing for back then, not now.
Hey, if you saw Toa, you'd agree with me.
Nah, probably not.
The Afterlife tournament, that's easily one of the better parts when it comes to filler for Dragon Ball Z. And needless to say, there was a boatload of it.
Yeah. At least some of it was good because I can at least agree to this tournament because it wasn't boring.
They actually had a Pokemon in that tournament.
That's funny.
They had Caterpie in that tournament and had it turn into pseudo Metapod for 10,000 years in Goku's battle. And that would count as a forfeit in Goku's favor.
That's funny.
Was Pocket Monsters a thing when this film came out in Japan? I'm gonna assume not quite.
And she's buying a snake way to King Kai's planet.
Okay then.
So we're back to Jelly Bean World, and this, what the heck? Janemba!
But since when did size really matter in the Dragon Ball series? They never.
Size matters not. Look at me. Judge me by my size, do you?
Yes. Yes, I do, Janemba.
Flick. Everything's stronger than they look in the Dragon Ball series. What else is new?
No
Just
joke.
felt like pointing that out.
One thing that's not stronger than it looks in the Dragon Ball series, Mr. Satan.
That's true. But,
He's actually weaker than he looks.
but to be fair, he's like number 3 on my favorite character list. Kind of.
Purely for comedy.
What do you mean? No.
Purely for his comedy.
No, I just feel like people, I don't know, people hate him too much. Same thing with Yamcha and Krillin.
Again,
Definitely.
for their comedy.
Definitely Yamcha. He was somewhat of a badass in the first series. As for Hercule, he had his moments in the Boo Saga and GT, but as far as Cell Saga, just screw him. He was
Akira
Akira
only there
didn't-
for comic relief.
Pretty much.
if Akira even attempted to make him likable back then he did a really crappy job.
Right.
Yeah.
Really crappy indeed. All those
second.
jelly beans.
You're not in separate dimensions. You're in hell right now. Separate
That's true.
dimensions aren't really brought up until Dragon Ball Super.
Aren't really brought up till Battle of Gods. Battle of Gods came first.
Yeah. But that's technically Dragon Ball Super.
Not really.
That's
Dragon Ball Super is technically Battle of Gods and Resurrection F. Spoiler alert!
Who's that Pokemon? It's Janemba.
Janemba!
I bet they'll make that joke when Team 4 Star does this movie.
That'd be great, but
They
probably
did
not.
a Pokemon joke in the Saiyan saga.
Yeah, but
Several of them involving Chaozu.
But how long has it been?
See that, Vegeta? It's a Chaozu.
But
I'm gonna catch it. Good old Takahata.
He plays Cell now.
Jesus. But when's the last time they've actually done a Pokemon? Never mind. They did one with Cell. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Imperfect Cell
Oh.
evolved into semi-perfect Cell.
Yeah.
One thing I like about this film is that it's kind of been a problem throughout the series and throughout some of the films, but I do like how a good chunk of the characters are useful in some way or another. Whereas,
Of course,
in the
it's not.
like,
Krillin.
especially in the films, like pretty much anyone who wasn't a Saiyan or Piccolo was really had a chance to shine.
Right.
Like even Hercule kind of had his chance in this film.
Bringing up Xenoverse
That's true.
again, I'm stuck on the Frieza battle, and this Frieza's voice here just threw me through a loop when I heard it.
Yeah, I know. It is kind of weird. Because
Genkai's voice.
You can obviously tell the difference.
Yeah. Here it's the same voice as Genkai from Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah.
Not just the same voice actor, but the same voice. She uses the same voice for both characters.
It's like Funimation originally thought Frieza was a woman.
Right. And even now he's just played by a man, but he still sounds very feminine.
Kind of sound.
Why is Bojack
I say it's difficult to tell.
Why is
what he
Bojack
sounds
serving Frieza here?
like a male or female. You said something about Bojack.
I saw Bojack rise with the Horde.
Yeah.
Why is Bojack there if he's as strong, if not stronger, than Cell? He could have been calling the shots there. So could Cell. Oh wait, spoiler: Cell's here.
Oh well.
Yeah, like
this
that.
film is like 21 years old.
And
we're getting old.
And look at these buildings. They're just too colorful. Oh, jeez.
And to think that the film after this, it took like how many years until Battle of Gods came out? Like 17 years?
Yeah, 17. And I thought it was after.
Tori just kept milking these films. 13 is a lot of films, even for like 291 episode show.
Right.
500 chapter manga.
Wow.
Fail.
Right. I'm sorry, Goten.
I'll go 10. So naive.
Right.
Little does that elderly man know.
He made that old man's day. Though if Goten wasn't there, he probably would have made a hole-in-one anyway.
It stopped.
I like Gohan's sunglasses. I'm not gonna lie. He looks a lot better in that outfit with the sunglasses.
True that.
You know, in Xenoverse, you can put the World Tournament announcer's sunglasses on your character.
That's funny.
I put the whole Master Roshi disguise on my character. My character is a female Saiyan.
That's funny.
She even had the beard and everything. It was kind of weird to look at, so I changed it immediately.
You guys again. Can't anyone else find these damn things?
I love that. Was funny. He has a point. And I love how like they can find, in the original show it took them 13 episodes, and then in the second, season it took them a lot more than that to find these things, and then in the second show, Dragon Ball Z, they find these things in like 2 episodes, maybe.
And Goten and Trunks, when they were searching, it took them less than 1 episode to find all 7.
Exactly.
I remember in one movie they pointed out who can find these things faster than us.
Right.
I think that was Broly's second coming.
I actually think it's like the Wrath of the Dragon, because of course they find the Dragon Balls in that one too.
One of the reasons why I prefer the first series, come at me haters, I guess, is that there's more focus on actually locating the Dragon Balls, where in this show you can pretty much find them in a snap.
And yeah, the focus is more on fighting in Dragon Ball Z.
Yo ho ho, he took a bite of gum gum. She just said how'd that happen. I had to go there. I heard that on Sedge the other day.
Geico, 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 Dragon. I know, that was horrible.
Why do we even bring up that horrendous dub that should have never existed?
Hey, it's the first thing that popped into my head when she said, "How did that happen?" Yo ho
Would
ho,
it be?
struck a
Would
bite
it?
of gum gum.
Would it be better if I started singing Rock the Dragon?
That's actually better than the pirate rap.
That's true.
That was a pretty good song, even if it is clearly not in tone with how the Japanese attended this.
Right.
Not that hardcore.
No joke. How about Grand Tour?
No.
GT.
That one's probably even worse than
Pirate
4Kids.
Hey, to
Rap.
be fair, Dragon Ball GT's movie I actually like.
Yeah, some people consider it to be the worst one.
Hero's Legacy. Well,
Yeah.
it kind of brings it back to its roots of Dragon Ball. Not just focusing on fighting, but actually locating the Dragon Balls.
And yet Goku Jr. only found one.
Well, true, but
Goku actually told him that he should have listened to his great grandmother and heard about the other 6 because he put on his headphones when Pan was talking.
Right.
And that's why he thought there was only one Dragon Ball.
Right, but I just find it cute because he's trying to save his grandma, and there's motivation and characters in the story.
Yeah, when Goku was a kid, he stepped on his grandfather as a giant monkey.
Yeah.
This is a really cool technique.
I
It's
saw
broken.
I saw it in the Spider-Man cartoon the other day, as a matter of fact.
This is broken.
It's used by a character named The Spot.
This movie's just broken.
So the whole teleport punch,
Yeah.
it's nothing new to me,
To be fair, this came first.
Yeah, but I saw that
Although-
first.
Can we go one movie without this move?
Apparently not.
Oh, that's not even fair. He cloned that thing, didn't he?
Yeah.
I just now realized that he did that and not just teleported Goku.
Yeah.
Wah, 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 wah.
Quit your laughing.
He's laughing like a giant fat baby.
Right. More so than Majin Buu. Oh my gosh. There's a joke to be said here. Booby blaster!
It's shooting blasts at Goku from its 4 nipples. That's disgusting.
Oh, no joke. We're adults, I swear, guys.
All 3 of us. I almost said all 3,000 of us.
Yes, there's 3,000 in this small room. Goku, no!
I don't know what to make of that line. Babysitting a wall.
I didn't
It's
hear
kind
the
of
first
funny,
part.
kind of lame.
Right.
That's almost like, that's a lot of fish.
I'm constipated! I know, it was lame, but you have to make the joke in Dragon Ball Z somewhere.
That's actually what I sound like when I'm constipated.
You're the
Oh,
biggest
God.
DBZ
TMI.
fanatics, so it's weird to hear from you making fun of charging key.
I know. Then the Japanese version was like they had something in the back of their throat.
That's all.
That has to hurt. Losing the hair in your eyebrows and growing it on your back.
It's all coming out of his head.
Even though I tend to watch Japanese versions of, well, shows and games from their national country, I can't really imagine anyone other than Sean voicing Goku.
Right.
He's practically made for the role.
I more see Masako X playing Goku now that I've watched a lot of Team 4 Star. His voice seems to fit Goku a lot better to me.
Maybe
He
not
does sound-
better, but he does sound good as Goku also.
Alex, I told you who's going
Like-
to that event we're going to in April, right?
1 second, what?
Saku's not bad, although one problem with he had with Ian something, the person who voiced Goku in the other dub, sounds like Goku sounds more like a teenager than a fully grown man.
Which one is this? Because I believe that which dub is you talking about? The Ocean dub?
Yeah, Ocean Derp.
Oh, yeah, kind of. I believe the guy who played Naraku and Inuyasha played Goku in that one. I think that was it, but I'm not sure.
He also plays Mega Man in the cartoon.
Oh my god, I missed that cartoon. As lame as a lot of those series were back then.
That was one of the better shows based off a video game for sure.
Yeah.
And why did Janemba transform just now? I never got that.
No one knows. Because Akira Toriyama, damn it.
Also, one fun fact I found out is that Akira Toriyama has stated that it's not been pleased with how Tori has been handling his series as of late. Like, he is not impressed with Dragon Ball Super.
Really?
Oh no. You're saying Dragon Ball Super is becoming the next GT?
Mm.
Maybe not that far, but
But it's...
he's shown signs of caring more so about his manga series than ever. He stated he thought it was going to be a thing of the past, but now he is more passionate about the show / manga than ever.
Yeah. I didn't know there was an actual manga of Dragon Ball Super. I hope it comes to America.
I have been reading some Dragon Ball Joe, the manga version of Super. I thought it was pretty good.
I can't believe that Dragon Ball Z is still kind of going. It's like Star Wars coming back. It's like, oh my god. And down with Hitler. At least we know who did it.
This time.
Yeah.
Not last time.
Yeah, last time it was Chuck Norris's birth. Well, the Nazis surrendered like the day after he was born, so.
Are you serious?
I'm not. I am serious.
That is interesting
Look
to
it
know.
up. Yeah, you better be sorry. That was a fail, Goku. Come on. Get your head in the game.
One thing I remember reading about Janemba a long time ago is that the longer it exists, the more powerful it becomes. It never stops growing in power.
Well, if
Is
they
it
got
so?
to him when he first began, then his power level would have been 0.00000.1.
Yeah. Would have been the same as the tank boy that he possessed.
Yeah.
Kind of like a Captain Ginyu sort of thing. Only as strong as the body you're controlling. You know?
Yeah. Then it just keeps growing in power. Yes, it is. We know Goku. I love how his yelling breaks the wall. It's kind of like, seriously. He dropped his water bottle, not ball. Poor Goku. Look at this. So sad. He just looks so sad.
God, this battle was tough, and Boo's Fury. I never even got to
No.
it in my Let's Play.
No, it's not really. Trust me.
In my Let's Play, I was underleveled.
Yeah, that's what made. That's why you
I
don't
couldn't get to it.
your
I
characters.
I raged in a video that I never uploaded.
That's why. That's why you over
And I
level your
never
characters.
never uploaded it because I lost the footage of previous episodes that I hadn't uploaded yet.
Strangely enough, I was working on Boo's Fury some years ago, a blind playthrough, and I lost a few parts, so I ended up canceling that Let's Play.
Yeah, that kind of sucked. I was a part of that.
I only have one complete Let's Play at this point. I would have had two, but
Lego Star Wars didn't happen.
what?
Or
No,
it's
I'm
Lego
talking
Star
about
Wars.
Lego Star Wars.
Oh.
I decided to make that a complete Let's Play when,
So you just called it complete? We're not doing free play anymore?
Yeah, because I have no way to record it.
Okay.
Bloody fun.
That's funny.
The problem with some of the dubs is that for some reason they don't bother translating katakana, hiragana, and kanji. For some reason, it's usually the case unless you switch to the sub version. Good to see that Funimation at least did that right, actually translating the signs regardless.
Well, I'm okay with that mostly because of you have the original footage then. Plus, like you run into like what the the ocean dove of Dragon Ball, and just watch that and you'll see that when you try to fix the footage, it doesn't work very well.
Yeah. You know what I find interesting?
What?
Goku couldn't put a scratch on second form Janemba as Super Saiyan 3. And Vegeta did it without even being a Super Saiyan.
50 times power my foot.
Oh, he is a Super Saiyan. Never mind.
Liar.
Oh, well, but yeah, it seems more like Super Saiyan first one seems more like 10 times more powerful after the Frieza saga.
I thought it was a 500% increase.
It's supposed to be, but honestly, if you look at power level, it then kind of after Frieza Saga, it becomes like a 2 times power type thing.
It makes me wonder, like, when it was explained to Goku that when even after he turned back from being a Super Saiyan God, still kept some of that power from that transformation. I wonder if that's the case for Super Saiyans, given that they don't, as I've stated, don't seem to increase their power level as much as they did when they were first introduced.
Yeah.
I
That's
do
a
wish
Piccolo power.
if that's the case, I do wish it was explained better, but
Well,
DBZ is good for the fight scenes with likable characters, but I'm sure most of us can agree that Dragon Ball Z isn't exactly a well-written story.
not always, no. But for like,
Ooh.
for like, I don't know if for pretty much Dragon Ball and Dragon Ball Z, Akira Toriyama didn't think out what he was, writing. He just kind of just drew as he went along, and which kind of put him in sticky situations, which he'd have to write himself out of.
Yeah, he was miserable having to continue on DBZ, making the series far, far longer than intended.
You know, he
I don't know
originally
why.
intended
And
to finish it after Chapter 13.
Huh.
After the first appearance of Shenron. That was supposed to be the climax of the
Yeah.
whole series.
Yeah, at first, and then I mean,
2 volumes to 42 volumes.
Yep.
then I honestly,
I dare say Dr. Slump is still an overall better manga series of his. That it is a hilarious read / watch.
there's
It is cutesy, yes. It will certainly not be for everyone.
yeah.
It is immature jokes, but damn it, it's fun to watch.
There are a few ending points in Dragon Ball which all are pretty good at being, you know, that could have been a really good end. Like you said, the first appearance of Shenron. After that, the
And
end
then
of Dragon Ball.
the next
Ah,
ending was supposed to be the ending of the tournament, and then the end of the Red Ribbon Army, and then
yes, so on and
I
so forth.
really,
But
so
I
on and
really
so
like,
forth.
I really like this part of the film where Vegeta's reminded after saying he'd rather die that well, he's already bit the dust. He
yeah,
already has a halo.
right. He also said the same thing in as Kotaro. Then the next ending would be the good ending would have been the end of Dragon Ball. The next would have been Cell Saga, and then Buu Saga.
He
Really,
intended to have Goku die at the end of the Frieza saga, and that would have been the end.
yeah, I know, but how how that episode cliffed, stopped. I read the chapter and how that one ended. It wouldn't have really turned out as a good ending to Dragon
You
Ball
know,
Z.
the location there that right now it reminds me of. Remember one of the at least a couple of Phil episodes, Goku had this fear for needles.
And yet
Yeah.
he's not reacting to this. Mountain of needles.
Those things remind me of those needle balls in Mario, honestly. I know, sigh.
The needle balls also appeared in Ocarina of Time. In the water temple.
It definitely more so reminds me of
Kinda.
those.
Oh yeah, those things, the rolly things, yeah.
I forget what
That
those are
too.
called.
Spiker rocks, I don't know.
Maybe just spikes.
Then fuse with me. You don't
Okay,
have a
actually did
life.
mention hell in this part. But
Thank you for repeating your line. Just in case you guys didn't hear it. But you know. I admit, there's some parts in the original Dragon Ball Z that are just stupid.
Like what?
I've mentioned this a couple times, but in the Cell Saga, when Trunks is shot down by Cell, they it kind of flashbacks to when Trunks first appeared, and then some of the memories, and then it literally replays the scene. It just showed. It was the same footage. It was like, are you serious here?
You know what I didn't like about that scene?
What?
In one of the episodes of the Perfect Cell Saga, the narrator actually said, even I could tell that this is a really bad situation.
Third wall breaking. Honestly, if you could do this in real life, I think I'd poo myself.
details.
Well, I'm just saying, if you could honestly pull this dance off and actually fusion together and do this perfectly in sync, that would be. I don't know. I don't know what I'd do.
One weird thing is that Goku makes a metaphor about this whole fusion thing in this where he just blatantly points out the movements in the Japanese version. Funimation had this thing for making Goku more intelligent than he actually was.
It's like underwater ballet, except without the water. I still think Vegito's
For some
stronger.
reason, that sounds very disturbing. I remember DBZ Babe's video of that.
Oh yeah, that was funny. It really does.
How did you not get that as sound disturbing?
I didn't
You make
hear
those
what they said.
Oh,
You tend to be the one to make those jokes the most.
I have been called that before. I'm not exactly the smallest guy, and I've been called the ungrateful
God.
tub of lard before. No joke. It's not very pleasant to be called that.
Do you see this animation? Do you see
I
the
do.
thick lines?
I do.
It's cutesy.
Was it a lack of budget, or was it just I don't know.
I think it was pretty gutsy putting Hitler in this movie.
So funny.
Just
I
so
like it.
way to make that art style stylish or unique, whatever.
I think it was more for a comedy relief because this part's kind of sorry.
Viku.
Yeah. Sorry, I'm trying to think here. I just had it. I lost it.
I had a pizza burp.
I think it's for like comedy relief because the rest of the movie is kind of intense. Except for this part. Oh my god, this is awesome.
Then, now it's difficult to take this scene seriously.
Right. No. Beku the Blue. I got my name of babies. He sounds a lot like Yajirobe. This is what Yajirobe and Goku would look like if they fusioned.
Wanna know Luffy's newest form? Just imagine this. Just imagine it looking like this,
Exactly.
but tatted and a whole lot stronger.
He sounds a lot like Yajirobe and King Kai put together if you listen.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's the same actors.
It is, but still. This sucks. Pink Eye.
Viku farted on that thing a second ago.
Yeah.
Windbreaking jokes. That's
Mature.
that's what filmmakers from the United States are guilty at. Just like Japan and breast jokes.
Goku's wife is literally named after tits.
One thing that I have a really difficult time believing that they survived for 30 minutes.
Me too.
Not gonna lie.
Sounds like King Kai and Kuwabara, actually.
Kuwabara?
Yeah, Kuwabara from Yu Yu Hakusho.
I thought so.
How did they survive this long?
Good dodging, I guess.
That was funny. I ain't gonna lie, that was a good technique in this movie. Something that Genma Saotome would have said. I say, boy, let me show you the rabbit foot technique. That was a horrible Genma Saotome impression.
Sound like a combination of somewhat like a combination of Darth Vader and Foghorn Leghorn.
I don't know who that is.
From Looney Tunes.
Oh yeah, that him. Yeah.
Coincidentally, they split at the very last second.
Right. I'm not gonna lie, that was pretty cool though. That was a pretty cool visual.
But watching a lot of everything wrong with this film or these episodes truly does make you think.
Yeah.
CinemaSins should do a review of this movie, don't you think?
They've yet to
do any anime.
Any anime whatsoever.
He's made it clear that from what it sounds like to me, he doesn't actually like anime.
Oh. He did a review of Dragon Ball Evolution, though.
Yeah, but that's only because of the high demand.
Oh.
So you know that for sure, that he's not into Japanese animation?
No, not for sure, but
They haven't even done that many animated films.
Yeah. He does a lot of Disney films that are animated, though.
He's starting to do animated films.
Because I remember he did Frozen and Toy Story 2.
He did Kung Fu Panda and Kung Fu Panda 2 most of these.
I didn't know he did Kung Fu Panda.
Yep.
Yep.
I apologize if my voice was that much louder than the other two here. I was closest to.
You know, I'm noticing that this Gogeta isn't as cocky as Super Saiyan 4 or Gotenks. Or
Maybe
Vegito, for that matter.
Maybe
Vegito
they
is
forgot about
really
that
cocky.
little detail in this movie.
That looks awesome.
It really does. I
really like the designs throughout the Dragon Ball series.
Question.
Even GT had some pretty cool designs. Anyways.
Does Xenoverse have the movies in it?
I don't know.
Okay. I know I downloaded Resurrection F as a add-on. Cost me $10.
The only problem I have with Gogeta is that, well, first off, that line. But
Continue.
he's like a tall version of Gotenks, whereas Vegito was a little unique in the fusion form, I guess.
Yeah.
You ever get? I love how this thing's like over right after this.
That is a disappointing thing about this film, is that after this transformation, there's not much more for this. It's pretty brief.
Yeah.
Well, if we're gonna make this commentary, like any other commentary for a movie, we need to sit through the credits too.
Yeah.
You know what I was disappointed about with Legacy of Goku 2?
Huh.
The final battle was way too easy. You know? Even if you're under leveled, it's impossible to lose once you get to Super Perfect Cell. You know why?
Why?
Super Saiyan 2 keeps you at full health. Every time you take a hit, it goes right back to full health.
Oh, you mentioned it. Yeah.
and you have unlimited ki. You can literally spam Kamehameha and drain his health that way. He can't stop you.
I don't know what game you playing, but I remember your key at least refilling, but I don't remember having unlimited key.
You know what I did in Legacy of Goku 2?
Huh.
After I got to the part where Goku was unlocked, I went and trained in the area with the dinosaurs. Got everyone up to level 50 before I even attempted the final battle.
Yeah.
Then nobody stood a chance against me. I took out all 4 Cell Juniors in a matter of seconds.
Yeah,
Took 3 hits with each one.
If you over-level the characters in those games, it does become easy to, kill everyone really fast.
And yet I had trouble with Android 17. I even raged him through my GameCube out the window because of 17.
Oh yeah, the game gets, like, especially 2 and Boo's Fury had... What?
The pacing certainly is. Yeah, well, space come.
Well, come.
Sometimes the pacing of this film is a bit too quick. That's a problem with that Dragon Ball Mystical Adventure had too. Easily one of the better films too, but
Yeah.
feels like it should have been 20 or so minutes longer and a few things, and it would have been a truly great film.
Yeah. And if they had more shown Gohan and Vidal's battles.
Both Mystical Adventure and Fusion Reborn, yeah. Those were good films.
Gohan and Videl, I shipped them. Just point that out.
What?
I said Gohan and Videl. I ship them. No
What?
regrets.
Oh. After history fighting the mightiest fusion.
And what could that wish be? We will never find out. At least from what I recall.
Yeah,
Maybe
they
there's
don't.
something after the credits.
Boss. What? Bulma wasn't even in this movie.
She wasn't.
No. Come to
I
think
remember
about it.
seeing her when they had the Dragon Balls.
Oh yeah, they did. Never mind. I guess she was in this movie for like 2 seconds.
Yeah.
Still, this one.
Just
Well,
many actors / actresses coming here just for a small paycheck.
Right. I think
So many characters with
his name
very
is
little
Vacu.
screen time.
I didn't realize his name was actually Vacu in this.
Deku.
Yeah.
So they keep the original ending. Why they keep the dub music for the opening? Why couldn't it switch to opening 2's music? Just asking.
I think they kept this music because they were too lazy to write an actual theme for the end of the movie.
Maybe not lazy, but yeah.
Yeah, lazy.
Yeah.
So that was DBZ Fusion Reborn for you. Good film, not amazing, but
it was a good one.
Well, worth watching.
Yep.
So thanks for sticking with us.
Yeah. This is Lego Man.
Bob the
Exile.
You know me, Game Pro. See y'all later.
Bye.